Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Bridgewater now. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 18 carries, 56 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press it so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 20 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of...
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers point their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, Art. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Rosa's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Bills 3.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 27.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. They're looking at a 3rd and a yard to start things out. Fournette running out of the gun. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. and the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
First down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing now is Allen. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st down, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Christian McCaffrey.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots take over. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Bridgewater's pass complete to number 83. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Allen. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Allen to throw once more. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First down.
On first down, Allen. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. This is caught inside the 15. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Set to kick off.
Here's Harris to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. Here's Allen, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Not much there, only a yard.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater, and he'll find Moreau here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Bridgewater. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one. Good for 15 and a first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. And I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Catch made, it's Moreau. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
And now the Bills will bring the offense out onto the field and go for 2 here. And they go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this is secured by the Patriots. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in the position to try and win the game.
A run with Fournette there as he'll push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 40 now on second down, Bridgewater. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
It looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions have plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 5-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Leonard Fournette with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 79 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Bridgewater. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
He's across midfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll try and run it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette, refusing to go down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
From the 31, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
Here's McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete to Chad Williams.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Bills first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. He can, oh no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5.
Taken down.
A gain of 3, second down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling you.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Back to it after the pick 6. Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
Bridgewater's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the gun, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.